A community leader in the Indian Australia community, Australia Day Ambassador for the Australia Day Council, also Ambassador for White Ribbon, also a Justice of the Peace, Mr. Deepak Vinayak. Good morning.
Good morning, Mitchell. How are you?
I'm good. What can we do?
Look, it's very sad to see the 19-year-old Dean and his family waiting for justice from 9 years. And when we talk about Puneet saying, oh, he's not getting fair justice in Australia, what about the fair justice to the family? They're waiting from last 9 years. For me, if he was drunk, he admitted a mistake, he should be learning from a mistake and coming back to Australia and get the fair justice. Because he can't label the whole country as a racist because he did something wrong.
Is there any way that we can make some sort of approach to the Indian government or the authorities to say, we don't want to take it out of the court's hand, but can't we speed it up? It's been 9 years. I mean, could we have a delegation? Could we have some sort of, I don't know, message to the Indian government?
Yeah. What we might try as an Indian community living in Victoria or Australia overall, that we should speak to all these Indian community leaders or religious leaders, whoever, in Victoria, and come with some sort of petition writing back to India that they should be deporting him back to Victoria to face the justice. Otherwise, yes, people will make mistakes and they run away and the families will be suffering back in Australia. And so, as I said...
So that's a good idea. We'll get a petition going and we're happy to help with that if necessary from community leaders. More than happy to do that. Do you think... Does something like this, I mean, Indian immigrants are very well received in this country, I think, and generally get on very well. But does something like this undermine that? Does it affect relations between the two groups?
For me personally, see, I'm living in this country from last 21 years, and my relationship with the Australian community was always great. And as I said, we hear all these incidents, random racist incidents all over the world, so UK, US, back in India as well. So again, it should not be affecting the whole relationship between India and Australia because of one person or few persons who just drank and ran over the calf on someone. So for me, yes, the relationship will be more strong if they send back Puneet back to India, and he should get the fair trial here.
So the relationship would be improved if they sent him back here?
That's correct, yes. People will trust on the justice system.
All right. You said, 21 years here. Have you experienced racism?
Not me personally, no. I heard a few incidents on the cab drivers or a few security guards. As again, I said, this can be everywhere. Back in India, back in US, back in UK. So we can't, just for even 0.1%, if someone assault incident or anything, we can't label the whole country racist.
Thank you very much for talking to us. We'll talk to you further off air about the idea of the petition, see what can be done. Deepak Vinayak, who is an Indian community leader in this country, as I said, JP, Ambassador for White Ribbon, Australia Day.